Moving on from Nikki Haley to the other frontrunner, former President Donald Trump. Live 5's Nick Reagan is in Columbia right now. The Trump team is holding an election night watch party. Now, Nick, you said there's a smaller crowd than what's typical for a Trump rally. What's the energy like tonight as we get closer to the polls closing, and do we know if Trump himself will be in attendance?
Yeah, Justin, the energy is definitely picking up here, but again, very different than a normal Trump rally here in South Carolina. It's a bit more of an intimate affair with really just media and campaign folks, and of course the VIPs that are scattered around the room. We've already seen Representative Nancy Mace, as well as Senator Lindsey Graham, Lieutenant Governor, former Charleston County Sheriff as well is in the room, so really just a who's who of everyone in the room right now. And of course, we think we know how this is going to go. Donald Trump up more than 30 points in the polls. We expect that may hold, but again, we'll just have to wait and see when the polls close. Now, I did ask Senator Tim Scott, who is a Trump ally, of course, about how much Nikki Haley needs to, or I guess rather Trump needs to win by, Nikki Haley lose by today to really suggest that Nikki Haley isn't a contender in this race. He told me on Thursday when he did his early voting that Trump needs to win by about 20 points in order to say that this is a one-person race, and that one person being Donald Trump. Of course, what we've heard is that from some political analysts is that Nikki Haley needs to keep this within about 10 points. We'll have to see if that happens. But take a listen to what Senator Tim Scott said just yesterday.
Tomorrow, let South Carolina send a message to all America. The Republican primary is over, and Donald Trump is our nominee.
Now, we do expect that the AP will call this race early, but just how early is going to be what we're looking at. Now, if the AP doesn't call this pretty early, then we can expect that there is something happening at the polls, maybe a little bit of magic for Nikki Haley. But we'll have to wait and see. Just for reference, the AP called Iowa in about 30 minutes after the polls closed. They called New Hampshire almost as the polls closed. And I spoke to one GOP representative here, in fact, the chairman of the Dorchester County Republican Party. He told me that he expects the AP to call it at 6:45 before the polls even close. That obviously will not happen. But again, polls closing at 7 o'clock. We will wait and see what happens. Justin, back to you.